Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I just finished the Circle Live. That's why this one is about 10 minutes early. I apologize if you jump in at 6 o'clock and I'm already 10 minutes into the live, but I'm trying to get them rolling. I'm trying to get them out tonight, and I'm a little bit work tired. It's rainy outside, so I'm a little bit drained. And I just want to get the lives up and going, but I appreciate everyone watching the content and getting the comments and all of that. And I want to say I am getting better at responding to the comments. So if you leave me a comment, I try to respond so we can kind of continue the chats in the comment section. So please comment on the videos if you aren't able to make it to a live. The announcements for the week is this upcoming Wednesday. Ebby and I will be starting The Ultimatum. It is a show on Netflix, and we're doing the South African edition. I really enjoy The Ultimatum, and me and Ebby have a me and Ebby have a really good time. I'm really happy that I've met some really good content creators in these YouTube streets, and they've kind of embraced me and want to collab with me. And Ebby is one of my favorites. I enjoy everyone, but I think me and her just have a similar personality, even though we don't really think alike. So we have really good conversations. But I really enjoy working with Ebby. And duh. I forgot Drag Race All Stars starts this Friday as well. And the Drag Race panel will be back together. And because my name is Angie, I'm the first one. So episode 1 of the Drag Race panel will be on my channel. I believe we're going to do it Sunday this week because Saturday everyone is a little bit busy. But it'll probably be Sunday, 6 p.m. Central. So if you like Drag Race, and it's the All Stars, come by and we have a really good time on the Drag Race panel. And shout out to everybody on the Drag Race panel for embracing me and letting me come be a part of the Drag Race panel as well. This Thursday, my schedule is free, so Survivor and the challenge will be Thursday night this week, and the GOAT will probably be Friday because the GOAT comes on Thursday. So our end of the week schedule is packed. Hey Steve, Lemon Kush Pepper. Hey Dr. Ivy Girl. Let's just jump into the GOAT. Let's just jump right into it. We have 3 episodes to talk about. I see why they released episode 1 early, because episode 1 was really like, hey, this is all who's on the show. How you doing? It wasn't really strategic episode 1. They got Joey out of there. I love how the GOAT is taking, really the GOAT is nothing but a spinoff of Big Brother with a piece of the challenge where you get an immunity challenge and a regular challenge. Like it's kind of pieces of the competition shows all fused together. I like the cast. Of course, my favorites are Davon. I'm always going to support Davon when I see her on one of these shows. Of course, I love Alyssa Edwards. Like, hands down, probably my favorite person they pulled to be on the show. Look, I was excited to see Wendell until they put that count of how many times he says survivor. And I said, oh, Wendell, please calm it down. We don't care that much. And why isn't Wendell at home? This man has won $1 million. $1 million. Go ahead and send him. I don't understand why y'all haven't sent him home. But once we get to episode 3, I understand these people aren't gamers. I'm really excited to see Jill. Is it Jill Zarin? Hey, Lord, I'm gonna mess your name up. Is it Shimong? Hey, I'm happy to see Jill Zarin because I really like Jill on Bravo, the New York Housewives, and I really haven't watched since Jill left. Who else do I like on the show? I don't care about Reza. Hey, I didn't know that Tasha girl, but she already gone episode 2, so I ain't gotta even try to get to know her. I was happy to see Lauren, because that's our original Love Is Blind girl, but she's not a gamer. Like, hey Lauren, that. I'm gonna mess her name up. Is it Paola? However you say her name, girl. I'm bad with names. It's no disrespect. I like her. I don't recall what show she came from, but she seems like she's gonna turn into a gamer. And I like her. I like her energy. Um, I don't think I care about. Oh, Tech. Tech is there, but he's kind of in the background. I don't watch Vanderpump Rules, so I didn't recall Kristen. Oh, Paola is from Hey Dejan, 90 Day Fiance. See, I don't watch that show either. I like her. Kristen, I don't mind her. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm getting to know her. I don't know her, but that's really all I really care about. Everyone else, I'm kind of getting to know, and it is what it is. I do enjoy. Is it Jason from that baking show? I told y'all. Oh, matter of fact, they done got another spinoff of the baking show called the Summer Baking Competition, and that starts tonight. It's on my DVR. I like those baking shows. I think he won the Christmas one, but I remember Jason, and Jason has such a good personality. He kind of spun off on the Food Network and was hosting a few competition shows, so I do like Jason as well. Joey, I don't care. I don't care nothing about Joey from Circle. Bye. He went home first, and matter of fact, that's the best thing that happened for me. I didn't really like. I don't dislike Joey, but it was kind of like you could go. He could have went. That was a great thing. And that's really episode 1. So episode 1 is a wrap. Joey went home. Let's get into episode 2 because that's when a little bit of the drama started. Episode 2, mind you, I don't remember what the competitions were. They were all kind of whatever. But I remember in episode 2, this is the one where CJ was the GOAT. But I also think, no, episode 1, we have to point out that a mess. Episode 1, Tayshia was the GOAT. And it was a split vote. It was, I think, 7-7 because they started with 14. And Tayshia originally voted for Jason to go home. But Jason pleaded his case because the GOAT gets to break the tie if there's ever a tie. And Jason said, you want to go up against me or you want to go up against Joey? And Tayshia was like, Joey, you could go. I love that she changed her vote. I do feel like Joey was a good person to go ahead and get up out of there. He's going to be a strong competitor. He has a great personality. He already had his little Netflix alliance going, Netflix / F-Boy Island alliance going. Joey had to get up and out of there. He had too many friends in the house. I know Joey was there, Dejan, but he went home first, and we ain't got to talk about him too much. But I just wanted to point out how Tayshia switched her vote, and I thought that was kind of cute. But up next, the rise and fall of... You're right, because all the Netflix people is gone. All the Netflix people are gone. They aren't gamers. They over there looking for love, and I guess The Circle is a game show, but they aren't in person. I wonder if Joey is still with that girl from... Netflix had a love competition show, and Joey and that girl was kissing in the mouth since episode 1. Are they still together, or was that a hot and heavy on TV, and then once the cameras went down, they broke up? I'm going to have to Google that. Do I care that much? No, because I don't even remember old girl name. But anyway, I can't even remember the name of the show. A mess. Yes, they have 3 episodes. 3 episodes are out now, I believe, on Thursdays. Are they going to release more than 1 episode every Thursday? That would be nice. Like, we can go ahead and wrap this up because there's a lot of good TV getting ready to come on. Bridgerton getting ready to come on. The Perfect Match. Thank you, Steve. Bridgerton getting ready to come on. The Dragons. We ain't got time to be goating around. Let's go ahead and put the episodes out, Amazon Prime, and let's wrap this up. But anyway, it's 1 episode a week. Dang it. I was hoping we could kind of speed this along. The finale is June 27th. Okay, so at least it's not too many episodes. They ain't gonna mess with our Big Brother time. That's all I'm worried about. Because once Big Brother hit, it's a wrap. Y'all already know what Big Brother gonna do for us over the summer. We ain't got time for all of these spinoffs. It's Big Brother time. Okay, so go ahead and wrap it up before Big Brother start. Okay, great. Okay, episode 2. CJ is the GOAT. I was happy for CJ. What was the competition? Was it trivia? I done already forgot. Y'all, I don't take no notes and it's bad, but we here to talk about the mess. We don't really care what the competition was because we watched it. But anyway, CJ is the GOAT. And what did CJ pick the teams? And I think CJ team lost. I really like the competition of it. I really do, because they're really stupid competitions. Okay, she won trivia. The competitions are really dumb, but they're fun. They're fun. And I think this was the Bravo week where they were tossing tables and chairs and trying to flip it. I'm like, this isn't a water bottle. Y'all are tossing tables. Like, I didn't think anybody was gonna land that. Davon, you messed up with the silverware toss. Like, girl, you had a huge head start, and you talking about, oh, my daughter told me in my head, mommy toss like this. Girl, you should have been tossing like this. You ain't out there playing basketball. This is skeet ball. Roll it up and toss it. Skeet ball. Whatever. It was the girls. Yeah, I think episode 2 is where they solidified the girls' alliance. Davon said herself in the confessional, girls' alliances never work. I don't know why Davon put all her cards in that girls' alliance when you said they never worked. Davon, you should at least had half the boys in your pocket too. You should have had, y'all was relying on these boys versus girls, and it's never gonna work. Davon, you said it. It's always one girl that want to be over there with the boys. Now I'm gonna tag Davon a little bit, episode 3, because really episode 3 was the best episode, and that's the one I really want to talk about. But we got to get through the first 2 before we can get to 3. So the girls have an alliance, but there's also side alliances, and I feel like CJ probably has the most side alliances, though her little Netflix alliance is gone home. CJ was cool with the Netflix people. I believe she's cool with everybody LGBT because her parents are LGBT. She has 2 dads. She said that over there on F Boy Island, and she said it over here again. And her and Alyssa Edwards, Justin, it's gonna be hard. Alyssa, Justin, if you ever watch my video, I hope you do. I hope you do one day. But anyway, please know it's no disrespect. I know on the TV show you want to be called Justin, but I know you as Alyssa Edwards, and I love it, Alyssa Edwards, and it's hard for me to flip between names. So if you catch me saying Alyssa Edwards, it's only because I'm so trained to see her on the Drag Race screen that it's hard for my brain to flip back to Justin. But I'm gonna try to be respectful because she wants to be called Justin over here, because she's not really playing in her drag character. Most of the time on the show, she's playing as herself or himself. Please, y'all, just know it's gonna be hard, but I don't mean no disrespect. Anyway, CJ and Justin sit down, and she was like, look, I'm a fan. I've been wanting to talk to you since you came in the door. And Justin was like, I'm so happy you the GOAT. I've been wanting to get in your back pocket anyway. So they kind of solidified an alliance as well. So I think CJ is very insulated in this game. And she just crossed the girls. CJ is very insulated in this game. I think the guys are going to have her back. That's really all she needs until all the girls are gone. I hope this season doesn't turn into guys versus girls, because that's going to be really boring. I don't want to see that. I want to see a lot of people venture off. But before we jump into episode 3, these are not gamers. Majority of these people are on television shows where they're just there. Like Bravo, you're just giving your life. F Boy Island, you're looking for love. 90 Day Fiance is love. Love is Blind is love. The only real gamers here are Davon and Wendell. Yes, Tech comes from the challenge, but Tech ain't really no gamer over there on the challenge neither. Let's just be honest. I ain't see Tech will together no strategy over there on the challenge. I love you, Tech, but that is what that is. You think Davon is going home next? We shall see. Or you think CJ going home next? We shall see. I don't think CJ is going home next. It's no way. It's no way. Because see, let me tell you something. I'm really trying to spread it out till we get to episode 3. The way this show works, and Davon just showed you, you can try to manipulate the games and who you pick on your team and throw challenges and all that. Everybody gets a vote. Everybody gets a vote. And there's at least 5-6 people up for elimination every week. So just because you do whatever to try to get CJ in the bottom, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to vote her to go. So I think Davon is getting ready to go home on week 4, but we're going to get to it. But anyway, before we get into episode 3 that had all the drama, at the end of episode 2, I believe the votes, majority of the people voted for Tayshia to go home. It was between the two, another show I don't watch, Bachelorette, Bachelor Paradise, all of that. I don't watch that either. So I didn't know Tayshia or the grocery store man. Is his name Grocery Store Joe for real? Or is that another spinoff reality show? I don't know. But the two Bachelorette people were up for elimination. And Tayshia didn't really want to let go of Grocery Store Joe. So she had to go and be like, look, you getting ready to go home. I don't know why Joe ain't be like, girl, you getting ready to go. It's between me and you. Between me and you. Tayshia tells Joe about the Girls Alliance. Look, all the girls voting for your ass. Who ain't supposed to be cursing. It's been 10 minutes. All the girls are voting for your ass. So you getting ready to go home. I'm just trying to tell you, it's a girls thing and you got to go ahead and pack your bags, get back to the grocery store, all of that. And the whole time Tayshia is talking, I'm like, girl, why are you telling him about the Girls Alliance? Just vote his ass out. It's not even, it's an odd number week. So it can't even be a tie. Like, he's going to go home. If all 7 girls vote for him, he's out. But anyway, not only, and this is why Davon, I don't understand why Davon isn't reading the room. Just reading the room. Girl, you've been here too many times before. Not only did she spill about the alliance, Tayshia is naive enough to come sit in with all the girls and be like, yeah, I just told Joe, we getting ready to vote his ass out. It's a girls alliance and he about to go. And all the girls are like, hold up. You just told him about the Girls Alliance. She's like, yeah, I told him about the Girls Alliance. We getting ready to vote his ass out. I'm like, girl, you was already wrong in telling him about the Girls Alliance. But now you done messed yourself up and told the girls that you told them. I'm like, Davon, read the room. These aren't gamers. These people don't know nothing about no game. You should have known this from episode 2, that these people, like, you don't have to do too much to get to the end of this game, Davon. You really didn't. And I feel like Davon did way too much. And now it's a huge target on her back. So it's Tayshia versus Joe. And I believe they said CJ didn't vote for Tayshia. And then, of course, Tayshia ain't vote for herself. So they expected those 2 votes to be in there, but they expected everybody else to vote for Joe. Or no. Wait, did I say that right? However the votes went, they expected 2 votes to be on Joe. They knew CJ was going to vote for Joe and Tayshia was going to vote for Joe because Tayshia couldn't vote for herself. Okay, I got it right. 2 votes on Joe, but it's 3 votes on Joe. And everybody is like, what I like about this game, it ain't no tech. Was it Paula? Paulo? She was like, who the hell was that extra vote? Because we knew CJ and we knew Tasha, but who was the third vote? And they kind of put it out there on the table. It wasn't no side conversations. They put it all out there. Again, Davon, read the room. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to stir up this rogue vote drama. This isn't Big Brother. And also, I could tell the people in the GOAT house don't watch Big Brother because this is Big Brother 101. This is Big Brother 101. They've been doing this since season 1, episode 1. We know who going home, but we gonna throw a vote just to, stir up some mess. Everybody in the house should have pinpointed this some Big Brother shit. Davon did that. But see, none of y'all don't watch. All y'all needed was one Big Brother watcher in that GOAT house, and Davon, that would have been your ass. But whatever. Unless they have figured out that it's Davon and they just didn't make it a part of the edit because she ended up being the GOAT week 3 anyway. I don't know. But for me, I feel like, Day, you doing too much. That was a little bit... Right, I'm shocked Wendell didn't clock it, but most people don't do that on Survivor. Survivor, every vote counts. We know where the votes is going on Survivor. We ain't got time for no rogue votes over there on Survivor. We know. That's some Big Brother stuff. That's some Big Brother stuff. And then Davon wasn't even lying good. She was like, yeah, I voted for Tasha too. Like, girl, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. But let's go on and get into the bad acting of it all. Ugh. Episode 3 was a hot mess. Oh. I couldn't believe episode 3. Episode 3 started off with this untalented show. I'm mad I had to watch it. To me, the only person that did good was Alyssa Edwards because she came in there in full drag and her poem was cute and funny. Everybody else did a mess. I don't care what Reza was humping on that pole. Davon, you weren't juggling. I don't know what y'all was screaming around, counting the alphabet backwards, all of that. I don't understand why anybody gave Davon a 10 or 11. I don't understand how Davon's score was high enough for her to be able to sabotage. Like, y'all should have gave them scores to Jill. Like, at least, Jill older than me. She way better than me to be getting on that ground, breakdancing and humping the floor. Davon did not do good. That juggling was a fool. Number one, she didn't juggle. And then she had 2 other people in the skit with her. I didn't know this was a shared competition. I was like, girl, this not even good juggling. I really liked Alyssa Edwards. Now, I could be biased. Because I'm just an Alyssa Edwards fan. Super fan. I'm an Alyssa Edwards super fan. But I just thought she did the best. And I felt like maybe the contestants shouldn't have been judging each other. But then if they didn't judge each other, we would have said, production just picked who they wanted to pick. Now, Davon was sabotaging the votes. I'm not mad at Davon for sabotaging the votes because if you look at how people were voting, they were voting based on their alliance. The men were giving all their 10s and 11s to the men, and the women were giving all their 10s and 11s to the women. So it wasn't like people weren't sabotaging the votes because they were. Because you telling me all the men really held all their 10s and 11s to get a Reza at the end? Really? Now, what did Wendell did? Wendell did some, I don't even remember. Wendell did stand-up comedy, but you telling me everybody held their 10 and 11s, all the men, to give to Wendell and them lame-ass jokes? Like, everybody was doing it. So I don't feel like it was fair for them to call out Davon. Everyone was voting on their alliance. But what Davon was doing was she was saving her low numbers. And when she saw other people were getting 10s and 11s, she said, oh, Alyssa, you can get this 1. Oh, Reza, I saved this 2 for you. I wonder who Davon gave her 10s and 11s to. I don't know. They didn't show it all. But I just didn't think that was fair because other people had to give out ones and twos. And I don't feel like it's fair that we only saw Davon give out her one or two. When the rules were everyone can only use one number once, which means other people were giving low scores out to other people too at random. We only got to see Davon. So I'm not too mad at the scoring. It is what it is. She did. She did. Everybody was giving Alyssa a 10, 10, 11, 11. She was like, you can get this one. And she was honest. Something has to be said with being honest. Like, I want to be the GOAT. Like, this $200,000. Now, I know some of y'all just used to going on vacations, sitting up in houses, finding love, giving out reads for camera time, arguing. Davon said, I'm used to playing this game for the money. You can't be mad at Davon for playing for the money. If you choose to come here at leisure and let me save it. Let me save my reads because I'm going to read a little bit of everybody because I get Davon. I also get Alyssa. I get Day. I get Alyssa. I get the whole picture. And I just kind of feel like everyone is allowed to play the game how they want to play it. If they don't want to play it how you want to play it, then you adjust. And really, okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. Davon is the GOAT. Davon gets back in the house, and everybody is changing out their uniforms. And I forget who Alyssa was. She talking to CJ and Lauren. Alyssa was talking to CJ and Lauren, I believe. And of course, they in an open loft, and Davon is downstairs hearing everything that they're saying. Now, mind you, Alyssa wasn't really saying anything too bad, or Justin. You have to know Alyssa Edwards / Justin to get it. I get where he was coming from. They weren't saying anything too bad. They was like, Davon is a game. They were just saying Davon is a gamer. She's here for the game. And she really hasn't made no connections with me. All she says is we're good. And Davon does that. Davon, you do that. We're good. We're good. I agree with Justin. You can't come to me on day one and be like, we're good. Like, it's me and you. But then you don't have another side conversation with me the entire time. So that would make me feel like you're saying we're good to everybody. I get that. Now, pause. I do feel like Alyssa is a little bit butthurt because she didn't think to sabotage Davon before Davon sabotaged her. And that could be the beauty of going second. Didn't Davon go second or third? Like, she went so early where people gave her this high score before they even caught on to, oh, we could sabotage. Like, should have thought about it first. I don't know. A little bit could have been mad that, if Davon didn't sabotage me, I would have been the GOAT. Alyssa could have been in her feelings, which I feel like a lot of that came from Alyssa being in her feelings about the game. And instead of just saying, damn, she got me, it turned into something that it didn't have to turn into. So, Davon, she ain't scared of no confrontation. She said, oh, you talking about me? What's up? And Alyssa is not scared of confrontation. She was like, girl, come sit down. I was talking about you. Let me say it to your face. I love that. I love that. I feel like where it went left, Alyssa's point of it all is, Davon, you're game. And a lot of us here are getting to know each other on a personal level, but you're just game. And I don't like that. But instead of saying it in a human way, Alyssa came at Davon on 10 when she should have just came at her on a 2. And I think Davon would have understood or picked up, accepted what you were trying to say, Alyssa, but you came at her on a 10 and she was on defense mode and she couldn't grasp what you were trying to put down because you were putting it down at a 10. Because when you told her, can you just be a human right now? Bitch, I ain't no fucking robot. What you mean be a human right now? Like, that would have threw me off too. Like, And then it's kind of like you, Alyssa, love you. You said what you had to say at a 10 and then stormed off, and you didn't allow her to respond to you as a human, as you would say. Like, I feel like if Alyssa would have came in at a 3 and they just had a conversation, they really could have sat down like how Alyssa and CJ sat down, talked it out, and really got to know each other, because I feel like they're the same. Like, I feel like they should get along. And I really feel like if Davon would have sabotaged anybody else, like if Alyssa was already in the 50s and wasn't getting ready to be the GOAT, and Davon sabotaged like Wendell or Jason, Alyssa wouldn't have gave a damn. Alyssa wouldn't have even been talking about Davon. It would have been like, oh, she got you. So I really feel like because she did it to you, that Alyssa was on a 10 and they couldn't have that meeting of the minds understanding. And I really wish that they could have. But anyway, Alyssa storms off. Did Davon follow her? Something happened. I think Davon followed her and said something. I don't recall. But I remember Alyssa saying, I ain't interested in getting to know you no more. Like, whatever you trying to put down, I ain't interested. And the way she said it to Davon was a little bit nasty. Alyssa, it was a little bit nasty. And Davon stormed off like, I don't want to be here. I ain't signed up for this. I can go home. Because you also have to recall, Davon, as a competition show competitor, has put it on her back that as a Black woman, she can't act up in a certain way. Day, I wish you would take that off your back and throw it in the trash. I really wish you would, because see, Alyssa could have went in on Davon as a 10 and ain't nobody worried about what Alyssa said. And Davon is so worried about, if I give you a 10 back, I'm the angry Black woman. Everybody gonna be using me as an example of the angry Black woman. And I really wish, Davon, I wish you would let that go. You could have cussed Alyssa out and y'all both could have said what y'all had to say at a 10 and went to sleep. But Davon holds that on her shoulders of, I have to act a certain way on these competition shows as a Black woman, that she got frustrated and said, I can go home. I don't want to argue with you. I could go home. I'm out. Now, of course, Reza and everybody else kind of calmed her down. They had a little cry fest, whatever. I forgot what happened after that because I was over it. I was over. Once people get to quitting, I'll be like, let me go help you get your bag. Because it is $200,000 check at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, Alyssa and Wendell, I can't count everybody else's pockets, but I would say Alyssa, she could use $200,000, but Alyssa can make $200,000 easy at a show or something. So, like she said, I live a very comfortable life. I'm just doing this for TV. I really ain't got to be here. I don't like when people say that, because at the end of the day, you did sign the contract and you here. I just hate it went down like this. Now, what happened next? Because something happened next where at some point, I think Justin wanted to quit, or maybe it was the next day Justin wanted to quit. No, it was the next day Justin wanted to quit. Ugh. Anyway, then they talked Davon into staying. Again, I would have helped her pack her bag, but love you, Day. I'm happy you stayed. You might end up packing your bag next week anyway. But anyway, right, she threw the challenge. So Davon is picking teams, and Davon only sees red. Until Alyssa Edwards leaves the house, she can only see, she got blinders on. And Davon, this is how you messing up your game. This how you messing up your game, girl, because your blinders for Alyssa is what's going to get you sent out the door next week. because she like, I'm gonna pick all the girls, put them on my team with Justin, and we getting ready to throw the challenge. But girl, how you gonna throw the challenge and not tell everybody you throwing the challenge? Pause. How are you gonna pick CJ to be on your team? And you're gonna throw a challenge. If in your mind you can't tell CJ that you're throwing a challenge to get rid of Justin, why would you put her on your team? Two, why would you trust her to vote your way after you just blindsided her with this whole scheme to get her friend put out the house? Like, Day, you ain't think this through. You didn't think this through. Before you came up with this scheme to throw the challenge, and let me tell you, Day, you the way you threw that challenge, girl, you should have just sat there Indian style and say, go ahead and pose. You should have did like, what's his name? He was with Frankie Grande on the Big Brother, the cowboy. I done forgot his name. Y'all put it in the chat. You should have did like him, be like, I'm just gonna sit down, and if you figure out the challenge by yourself, congratulations, but I ain't about to help you win. Like, that's the way, what you should have did, the way you threw that challenge, Day. It was a mess. It was a mess. But back to the point at hand, Day, if you're gonna plan out a scheme like that, the same way you went to POW, and I think you said, because I don't forgot who was on the team. It was POW. Lauren and CJ weren't in on the scheme. But you should have went to the ladies and said, look, I want to vote Justin out. He disrespected me last night. I felt disrespected, and I want him out of this house. You should have seen who was down for that before you came up with this scheme. Because now you got Lauren kicked out, where if maybe you didn't think everybody was down to that, you could have put 2 guys on your team and then put Lauren and CJ somewhere else and then brought over 3 or 4 girls who you knew would throw the challenge. Not 2 girls who is just out here in La La Land. You could have brought over Jason. Jason's name has already been out there. If you wanted to get out a threat, you could have brought over Wendell. And okay, y'all ain't cool with Wendell, but we gonna throw it. Y'all pick between Wendell and Justin, whichever one y'all want. You know, they have her blinders on, and as much as everyone likes to praise Day in these games, I think y'all need to really think that Dayvon isn't good at these games. She's just a lovable person that we love to see on our TV screens, because everything she did from that rogue vote to all of episode 3, she ain't play it right. Now, mind you, I enjoyed her giving out 1s and 2s, because at the end of the day, somebody had to get it. They said everybody had to get 1 of each number. So I ain't really mad at what Dayvon did with the scoring, but throwing the challenge before knowing you got the votes, yeah, where they do that Day. But anyway, so she threw the challenge. Her team is in last, and now she's telling everybody, look, Justin got to go. It's boys versus girls. Again, Day, you were the one in the confessional saying boys versus girls never works. So why are you over here thinking that all of these girls are going to magically come together because you say so, when you already said, you know, the women can't be trusted? Whatever. So Wendell approaches Dayvon and said, look, we don't want Justin to go home, so pick somebody else out on your team. And they was like, no, I want Justin to go home. And if it have to be 6 versus 6, I just get to break the tie. So I really don't give a damn what y'all do. Too cocky. Too cocky. And I'm surprised it didn't run through your mind to shore up all the votes with the girls. That's why I'm not even mad at Dayvon for throwing the challenge, but she should have had 2 men on her team. She should have had 2 men on her team and 4 girls that she could trust to throw it. 4 girls, not Lauren and not CJ. You should have had Powell. You should have had Kristen, yourself, and maybe, what's another girl in the house? Because Lord, and maybe Jill, because Jill probably would have lost the shit on her own. But Jill is rocking with you, Dad. You should have had the 4 girls you trusted the most and 2 guys so you could have options. It just wasn't a good move. Now I know hindsight is 2020, but anyway, Wendell gets in CJ's ear, and you also, that's another thing what Alyssa Edwards was kind of talking about, Day. If you would come down from the game and really make connections with people, maybe you would have saw that CJ and Alyssa Edwards were really, really close. And I ain't gonna blame you for not watching F Boy Island, but if you would have watched F Boy Island, you would have known CJ is for herself. She was the first female in the history of this show that said, forget sharing the money with one of these men. I'm choosing myself and I'm keeping all the money for myself. Yeah, you probably would have known who CJ was, but you probably didn't know she was gonna be on the show to do the research, but that is what it is. But anyway, so Wendell flips the vote. Lauren goes home. Lauren is mad at Davon. Mind you, I'm not mad at Lauren for being mad at Davon because if you wouldn't have set up this plan to throw the challenge and put all the women on your team with Justin, Lauren wouldn't have been in that situation. Yes, you thought the votes would go whatever way, but you should have just played it how it played, because at the end of the day, everybody gets a vote. It's not like this team can't vote because they lost. This ain't the challenge day. See, they think this is the challenge where the losing team can't vote and only the winning team can pick. No, everybody gets a vote. I know CJ is in an alliance with Lauren, but CJ was only in that alliance with Lauren because of her connection with Joey. Once Joey left, CJ and Lauren don't know each other. They both were cool with Joey and said, let's do this threesome thing. Not that kind of way, but threesome alliance. I forgot the name of their alliance. So CJ really don't owe Lauren anything. She don't know her. And CJ values her relationship with Justin, who also she doesn't know, but she says, I'm a fan. I've always liked you. And I've always wanted to get to know you and meet you. And now that you're here, we cool. I got 2 dads. Like, she has more stuff in common with Justin / Alyssa Edwards than she does with Lauren. And again, Justin didn't say this in the best way, but Davon, if you would get to know some of these people, you would know this. But all you see is blinders. I want Justin out, and I want to win this $200,000. And I'm not mad at you for wanting the $200,000, because it's a lot of them sitting in that house look like they just here to be on TV so they can parlay this into something else. I'm not mad at you for wanting that $200K day, but at some point, you have to see how the game is going and adjust and flow with it. You can't expect everybody to play the way you want to play. You kind of just got to chill and kind of steer it along and drop little seeds, but everybody not going to play the way you want to play. Now, yes, everyone is upset. All the girls are upset in the room. And I don't know what Kristen said, but Kristen said something. Lord, I ain't take no notes. But what Alyssa Edwards said was out of line. She said, girl, you ain't in love with nobody but that beer bottle or that alcohol bottle. Now, I'm assuming Kirsten, did she used to have a drinking problem? See, I'm not on Vanderpump Rules, so I don't know how hard that dig really, how deep that cut. Kristen said, don't go, don't stay. I think she said, don't go, don't stay. We love you. And I think Justin, again, in his feelings, because people did vote for him. He was in his feelings and he said, you ain't in love with nobody but that alcohol. That was a low blow. And I'm assuming either she's a recovering alcoholic or over there on the Vanderpump Rules, she had a problem with alcohol or something. I just don't understand the diss, but I'm assuming whatever that was, it really hurt Kristen. And everyone's like, "Oh, that was wrong. You ain't have to say that." And then Davon was like, "See, you want to say it. You wanted to keep this. You wanted to keep this." Yeah. I mean, I didn't like that he said it. And then here go Alyssa Edwards. I can go home. I don't need this. I don't need this money. No way. I can go home. I'm like, oh, please, not somebody else quitting. Not Davon quitting. Now Alyssa Edwards want to quit. I was like, both of y'all better sit down. This the only reason I turned into this show is to see Davon and Alyssa Edwards. This gonna turn into House of Villains. Because y'all know on House of Villains, once New York left, I left. New York gave that nasty read to Omarosa and went home. I said, we checked out. Y'all remember me and Abby checked out. New York ain't on the screen. I ain't on the screen. So I kind of feel this way about the GOAT. Like, if y'all get rid of Tech, Alyssa, and Davon, I ain't too interested. I need y'all to make up and be friends. But anyway, I do. Hey Anastasia. Kristen was an alcoholic. Okay, so that was dirty. That was dirty, Alyssa. And y'all gotta understand. Sometimes the drag queens, when they be reading, they cut dirty. But I guess she still ain't have to say it. But I just love Alyssa Edwards. But that was wrong. You ain't have to say that, Alyssa. And you ain't have to try to quit. I'm over people trying to quit the game. But what's coming up next? I think that was the end of the episode. I still feel like they about to get Davon's ass up out the house. And New York is back. Why is she back on the House of Villains? I'm uninterested. Hey, Busy. I like how Paul and Kristen were going off about CJ. CJ was wrong. CJ was wrong. If they're taking off the gloves and playing the game, I'm dragging your alcohol. Okay. I did say that. Over on the Drag Race, they be cutting deep with their reads, but that's drag culture. They used to reading each other. They ain't used to reading each other like that on the Vanderpump Rules. This show is a mess, but it's a good mess. I'm here for it. I need Davon and Alyssa to make up. They need to have a heart-to-heart because I like both of y'all. And I don't want y'all going at each other. Now, I did see in the Twitter streets that Reza said he went off on Jill Zarin. I'm assuming that's something coming up next week because I ain't really see him give Jill too much. But Reza, don't do it. I'm still waiting on the episode that you called Davon a thug so I could jump into you then. I'm waiting to see it first. But don't get cut up over here over Jill Zarin too because I like Jill. But y'all, what time is it? I'm 5 minutes late. I ain't mean to do that. If you here for the challenge and the survivor review, sit still. I'm about to turn this off and I'm gonna turn the next one on again. I'm gonna figure out how to redirect this chat this week. I'm gonna make it a mission for myself to learn how to do that so we don't have to click on and off again. But I'm about to start up the last live where we're going to go over the deleted scenes of Survivor 46 and the Challenge All Stars 4. That's coming up next. But I'm here for the GOAT. Episode 3 was a lot. I can't wait to see how we move forward. I really don't want it to turn into Alyssa versus Davon, but we shall see. Y'all think Davon could be the GOAT 2 weeks in a row? I don't think so. But we'll see. But anyway, y'all, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all in a few seconds for the next video. If not, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Chick